Hello! So last year I read the first book of the Caraval series and I absolutely loved it, but for some reason I did not finish the series. I never read Legendary and Finale, so we're gonna change that. We're gonna read all the books and I'm taking you along with me. I am going to be rereading Caraval because it's been a year since I've read it. I remember all the big things that happened, but I feel like there are smaller things that are also going to play an important part in the rest of the series, so we're going to be rereading it and I'm going to be taking you along with me. So join me as we read the Caraval series. Currently on chapter 14. Okay, we've gone to night 5, the last night of Caraval. According to the Kindle, I only have an hour and 17 minutes left of the book. So we're gonna try to finish it today. I don't know what's worse, reading this book for the first time, being confused and wanting answers, or rereading this book knowing what's happening and having anxiety about what's to come. So I felt so much anxiety reading this book. Okay. I'm officially 77% of the way through Legendary. I am just about to start chapter 33 and I realized I haven't talked about this book too much. I've just been flying through it. I think I started it 4 days ago, and when I get home from work I'm going to be finishing it. I think I have less than 2 hours left of it, and I haven't chatted about it yet, so I'm going to chat with you while I'm on my way home. So to start off, as I am reading this book, I was thinking to myself, I'm so glad I decided to make videos like these, because I have a friend who wants to read this series but hasn't yet, and then I really want my husband to read the first book. So if I want him to read the first book, obviously I can't talk to him about the second book. So I have literally no one to talk to about these books and what's happening. So that is a huge reason why I've decided to make these videos, so it can be like I am chatting with all of you about what is happening in the books I'm reading. So anyways, let me tell you, last night I was reading and I got to that one chapter. I don't remember what chapter it was, but it's like a 4-page chapter. And it is after Donatella, she's trying to find Scarlet, but Scarlet's not in her room. And the little servant girl tells her that, oh, she went to, I don't know how to say it, the castle. And so Donatella goes after her, and Scarlet is not there, but she runs into another Fate who tries to kill her. I was like, I need to go to bed, but I want to read one more chapter. Because I knew a 4-page chapter was really gonna be a, you know, it was gonna hit hard. She jumps in the water, she's got a broken wrist, she's all scratched up, bruised up, all these things. And the Fates had followed her down there, but then Dante saves her from the water, and she is like in and out of consciousness because she was so badly beat up. And she hears 2 male voices, so Dante, and then we learn the other one is Julian, and one of them is giving her their blood, so we can only assume it was Dante doing it. And she hears Julian say, you must really care about her. And Dante says, I care about the cards, and she's our best chance to get them, brother. If you remember, at the end of Caraval, Julian tells Scarlet that he is the brother of Legend. So like, Is Dante legend? Are they, maybe Dante and Julian are brothers and the third brother is legend? I don't know. And then, oh my god. So I'm at work. I currently work as a nanny, and sometimes when the kids, or when the 4-year-old is eating lunch, I will read. If he's not watching a show that I like to watch, aka Bluey. So I decided to read. It's like that part of the book where it's just like so hard to put down and you're just getting more information. Why I decided to read when I couldn't like continue reading, I don't know. But anyway, so the part I read is when she's going to the dinner with the queen, and she like mentions something about the ring, it's play go on, and then like, the queen needs water, so she asks Jax to go get her water. And while he's gone, her like bubbly self, she gets all serious to Donatella and was like, you lie to me, I'm gonna kick you out. If you tell me the truth, you'll have the best ally. Tell me, what are you doing with that awful man? I was shook by that. And then she learns that the ring is like a key to the Temple of the Stars. So then she goes to the Temple of the Stars and she learns that her mother went back there to secure her cards away. But she had to pay them. And how was she going to pay them? She was going to give them her second-born child, which is Donatella! I think my favorite thing about these books is like, not only is the character, whichever character is the main of the story, you know, Scarlet and then now Donatella, that they don't know what's real and what's part of the game. And as the reader, you also don't know what's real and what's part of the game. Because let me tell you, I am stressed out reading this book. I am about 75% of the way through the book. And I'm like, I feel like we have so much to resolve, so much to happen. We got to finish the game. We got to see what happens when Donatella wins, who really is legend. Because the one guy told her that if she won the game, the first face she sees is legend. So like we're gonna find out who legend really is. Is it Dante? What if it's Julian? What if it's a third brother we don't know yet? I can't wait to finish this book and start finale, because I have so many theories about what's gonna happen throughout the book, and then we keep getting new curveballs. So this is what I would like my whole spiel would be if I could talk to someone about this book. But I can't, so I'm talking to the internet about this book.
good, dude?
There's still 45 minutes left of the book! I knew that was gonna happen. I just finished Legendary, and ending wasn't as like punch, like as much of like a, you know, a punch as the first book. I mean, the minute they mentioned that like the Empress's heir was like here, I knew it was gonna be Legend. So like that wasn't a shock at all. Like I knew that's who it was gonna be. That really couldn't have been anyone else. What gets me is like the big build up to Tella writing her name in blood on the card to release her mom. I also predicted that was gonna happen, and then she did it, and then Dante turned around and did it and released all the fates and Donatella, and then he just like dipped and he left her. Why? I have so many questions. I have so many questions that I hope will be answered in finale. I don't know how to feel. Like I want answers. Also, why was Jax so nice to Tella? After like he didn't get the cards, he didn't get Legend's name, he didn't get Legend, and it seemed like he just didn't care about any of that. Kept his end of the bargain and reunited her with her mom. So like why was he nice about it? Because like, you know, the whole point of Caraval is like it's just a game, but with this book it was more than just a game. We're told that like that was all real, so none of it was fake. So what? I have a lot of questions. I've got a lot of questions. I literally finished the book and was just like, yeah. Anyways, let me know what your initial thoughts were after you finished reading Legendary, because like were you like me and just kind of like silently thinking and silently questioning a lot of things, or were you like disappointed? Were you like, oh my god, I need to read the next book right now? I'm curious. Got about an hour and a half left of this book, 82% done, and at no point do I know what's happening in this book. When Jax took away Tella's pain, he married them, their souls together. Oh, when Jax said, you were supposed to be my true love, you were supposed to want me, not him, you were supposed to be as obsessed with me as I am with you. Jax! Oh my god. And now the whole like Scarlet and the magic, and that it just got to the heart where they're doing they had the coronation for the fallen star. Something's gonna go very wrong, and like obviously like we know that Tella and Julian and Legend are all gonna go after to save Scarlet, and like there's this big old horrible, oh my god, I just know that things are gonna hit the fan. And also because it obviously it's called finale, it's the last book of this, it's a trilogy, there's not gonna be another book, so everything has to wrap up in the next 18% of the book. Like the story has to conclude. I feel like there's so much. Also like it makes sense, you know, that they obviously like their mom thought the fallen star loved her, and so she could kill him because he loved her, would be human, she could kill him, and that didn't work, and that's why she died so fast in the beginning of the book. But I still can't believe all of the work Tella did in the second book to save her mom, and then her mom dies like that in this book. I can't. Donatella could destroy the world and I would support her. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading the book. I knew Julie would be at the party. Oh my god. No! Oh my god. It's stressing me out. I'm stressed out. No. Okay. We're good. We're good. It's just okay, so we have officially finished reading finale, and this book, I feel like, I don't know. Oh my god, I don't know. This book really just like, I never knew what to expect next. Ever. At any point did I know what was coming next. I mean, I think I might have talked about some of this previously, but like Scarlet being the fallen star's real daughter and her having powers and could become a fate. Like, I really thought she would become a fate at some point. But also like this scene where the part in the book where he was telling her she had to take away Julian's love for her and make him hate her in order to not kill him, and she was like doing it, and Julian was like begging her not to do it and said, "You said you choose me always," and I was like, ah! But almost broke me. Almost broke me. And Scarlet going back in time to get her mom's dress and running into and getting to talk to her mom and finally understanding that a lot of the things that her mom did was out of love and to protect them, and the fact that Scarlet telling her mom, you know, you marry Dragna and you have another daughter and you do this and you do that, like, is why all those things happened. It's because Scarlet told her about it. And at first I was so annoyed with the storyline for Scarlet. I didn't like it at all, but then they really just like gave her such a nice ending to the series, which I was so happy about because she's who we started with and she deserved to have a good ending. So I'm really glad that she got, like, I mean, she became the Empress at the end. She got to rule at the end. I'm so happy for her. She went through so much. Also, can we talk about Jax? He just wants love. He just wants love. And I have so many questions on, like, okay, if Tella is his true love because she made his heart beat, what's next for him? And I want to know how he reacted to Legend breaking the spell he had put on Tella. Why didn't we get that? I want to know. I guess I really don't know who I was rooting for Tella to end up with, and I don't know if I would have been happy if she ended up with Jax, but also don't know if I'm happy that she ended up with Legend either. Like, I love that he chose her at the end and he chose to become human at the end, but I don't know, it was just like, I'm not, like, he was just lied so much to her and like messed with her so many times, and so many times like chose his power and his immortality over her. I don't know. Let me know what you think of the ending, if you were rooting for Tella and Legend to be together at the end, or if you're really hoping she would end up with Jax, or if she just should have been like, nah, don't want neither of them, and just went and lived her life. Because I'm still not sure how I feel about that. Yeah. Also, I thought like before, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like before when they were talking about like the ending and then the true ending, the like what you think is the ending, but then like other things happen and then there's like the true ending. So when I read like I think it's the first ending, right? And that's what it's called? Oh, the almost ending. When like the almost ending was over and then we got to the part that said the true ending, I thought like something else was gonna happen, but it was just like the aftermath. I was under the conclusion that like the almost ending was something, but then like a twist or like, you know, something like that happens and that's like the true ending, but it just was like a continuation of the aftermath of the almost ending. So like I was kind of disappointed by that. Maybe I just interpreted it wrong, I'm not sure. But also when I finished the book and I was like, Bro, the Scarlet didn't become a Fate. Scarlet didn't get like to the point of using her full power, but she was told several times that she would have to become what the fallen star wanted her to be in order to defeat him. And then I was like, she became her mother. She became her mother, and that's how she defeated the falling star. And that's what she needed to become in order to defeat him. It wasn't harnessing her full power. It was becoming her mother, the only person he ever truly loved. Okay, I'm going to sit on this a little longer, and then we will come back and we will just talk about the series as a whole, and I'll give my ratings for all 3 books, overall rating for the series, and any last final thoughts, everything after I have a few more days to kind of marinate on everything. Okay. All right, we have officially finished the entire Caraval series, so here's my final thoughts, wrap-ups, ratings, everything. Okay. The series, I have like, I don't know, mixed feelings about it almost. Let's start from the beginning. So Caraval, the first book, I love this book. This book is so good. I technically reading it this time was a reread because I did read it last year, and this year I enjoyed it so much more. I would give this book a 4.5 star rating. It's so good, and I love that you are going along with Scarlet on the adventure and that you don't know what is happening and what is real and what's part of the game along with Scarlet. It just makes the book so intriguing and interesting, and everything that happens you're like, is this real? Is this not real? And the ending, oh my god, the ending is just so powerful. Scarlet goes on such a beautiful journey. 10 out of 10 character. I love Scarlet. This book is so good. So good. I hope that if I reread it again in the future that I will get even more than I did the second time. So my favorite quote from this book is, "When she kissed Julian, it had felt right. 2 people choosing to give vulnerable parts of themselves to each other. That's what Scarlet wanted. That's what she deserved. No one else had the right to decide this for her." I love that quote. I think that's my favorite quote last time as well. It's just so beautiful and powerful, and it's really the sentence that shows Scarlet's journey throughout the first book. Then we have Legendary. This book was the like problem child for me. Almost. I liked the addition of the Fates. I thought the Fates are really cool. I love Jax. Jax is such a great character, and I learned that the spinoff Once Upon a Broken Heart is about Jax, or has Jax featured in it, so that makes me really excited to read that series. I think the thing with this book for me, well, obviously there were moments of like, you know, in the last book you learn everything is a game and everything actually was a game for Scarlet, and then in this one it's not a game. Everything is real within the game for Donatella, but to me at least there were a lot of things that happened that I predicted, and that was just kind of like I knew was gonna happen, and so then when it did happen it just wasn't fulfilling for me. Like I almost wished I was wrong in that sense, but it just seemed like almost like the obvious thing to happen. And so yeah, it just wasn't as exciting to read as the first. There were parts in the book that I did genuinely love and enjoy and was like on the edge of my seat, like finding out who Legend was. That was brilliant. Oh my god, wait. I was thinking about it. Okay, so obviously at this point, like, this whole video is the spoilers for this series. So when we learned that Legend is Dante, I was thinking back to the first book, and remember how at the end of the book we learned that Julian was only supposed to get Scarlet from Trisda to Caraval, and that was it. That was the end of what he was supposed to do. And so when Dante sees that Julian is still with Scarlet and helping her in the games, he's like mean towards him. And like now thinking back on it, it's probably because it's like he was legend. He's legend. And he was probably being like, bro, what are you doing? Literally, bro, because they're brothers. And so like when I do go back to reread this series, like it's gonna be so fun rereading the first book knowing that Dante is legend. Like, that's gonna be so fun. Oh my god, and I just thought of another thing. So obviously Donatella wrote to Legend asking him for help to escape their father because he's a horrible person. Dante literally died in the first book by the hands of their dad. Oh my god, I hadn't thought about that before. Wow, so literally like the fact that he helped them and then like, you know, died by him, he's probably like, yeah, that makes sense. I could see why they'd want to escape him. Okay, back to Legendary. Yeah, I don't know, I have like mixed feelings about this book. I still overall enjoyed this book. I still would give it a 4-star rating. I love the characters and I love the fates being added in and all their different powers and how that works, but with Jax, okay, real talk, I need to know what everyone's thoughts are on this. Am I missing something? Am I not understanding something? Okay, Jax. He kissed Donatella and her heart stopped beating. And then later on, her heart started working again and Jax's heart started beating, which means Donatella is Jax's one true love. If Donatella is Jax's one true love, why did it not take effect immediately? Why did she still have a slowed heartbeat and then start back up later? Can Jax only have one true love, or can he have multiple true loves? Does he choose who his true love is, or is it like decided for him? I think that is one of the few parts that like I don't quite get in the second book. That's the one thing that like hasn't clicked. I don't know if it's just like a you don't know type of thing, or if I'm missing something. Let me know. What are your thoughts on that? Please help in the comments, please. Thanks. Some notable quotes from Legendary. Tella might have been many things, but she was far from silly or worthless or whatever labels people like to fixate because a person was young and female. You tell them. And then Tella saying this to Legend. I kept coming back to you, not because of Legend or the game, but because you're so real and alive and fearless and daring and beautiful, and if what's between us isn't real, then I don't know what is. Tella just wanted to be loved. She just wanted Dante's love. Now this book. At no point did I know where this book was going. It really threw me for a loop. Every single chapter. It did take me a little bit to get into it just because of how I felt about the ending of Legendary. It took me a little bit longer to get into this book, but I feel like by maybe like the 25% mark, like I really was just like, what is happening? And then I kept reading and got it all, but like, Jesus Christ, their mom dying right away, not expecting that. The whole the Scarlet being the daughter of the fallen star, and Count Nicholas dying in the fire, and the fates going everywhere and messing things up, and God, there was so much happening in this book. I never once knew what was happening, and I loved it. So I ended up giving this book a 4-star rating as well. It had that like, what is going on type of feeling like the first book for me. I think the things that I didn't particularly enjoy, one of them being the like competition Scarlet tried to do between Nicholas and Julian. And while I understand now the importance of why she needed to be in connection with him and everything that happened to poor Nicholas, I don't know, the competition just felt out of character for Scarlet. Like obviously she's learned and grown and is not the same as she was at the beginning of the first book, but it just still felt very out of character for her. I think too, I feel like the ending, like there was just, like I was waiting for, I might have said this before when I finished the book, but I was waiting for Scarlet to truly like come into her power, especially because her seeing the colors and emotions has been such a big thing since the beginning of the series. And while that moment with Julian and the Fallen Star was so heartbreakingly beautiful and powerful, like the fact that by the end of the book, like she never fully came into her power was just like, was a little disappointing for me. And I wonder, like, does she ever fully unlock her full potential? Does she ever use her powers at all for anything? Obviously we know she doesn't want to become a Fate. She doesn't want to do that, but it's still like something she has, and it's like I want to know more about that journey for Scarlet. And then Jax, oh my god, can we, when I read Donatella Dragna married Jax, I was deceased. I literally had to put the book down. I had to put the book down because brother, oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. That part got me. Jax is such an interesting character. Like, I love him, I hate him. I feel like every chapter I have different feelings about him, but I'm so excited to read the spin-off series. He's just written so well. You can really tell that Stephanie enjoys writing the character of Jax, because at one chapter I'm mad at him and what he's doing, and then other times I'm like, I feel bad for him. My favorite quote of the whole book is Jax talking to Tella. You were supposed to be my true love. You were supposed to want me, not him. You were supposed to be as obsessed with me as I am with you. And I felt so bad for Jax in that moment. I was like, he just wants love. He just wants his true love to love him back. And honestly, you know what? The way Legend was acting throughout this whole book, I don't know if I necessarily wanted her with Jax, but I kind of did. Oh my goodness. And then in the ending, when Scarlet went back in time to steal a dress from her mom, and she got to meet her mom, and the fact that her telling her, like warning her mom about the Fallen Star, and that she was going to marry Dragna, and she was going to have 2 daughters and do this and this, and that being the reason the mom makes the decision she does, is just masterful. Stephanie, masterful. That was so good. So good. And then her, you know, trying to her impersonating her mom, and then when that isn't really working because she doesn't think she can make the Fallen Star fall in love with her, she stops impersonating her mom and is just now his daughter begging him to not be the person that he has become, and that being enough to humanize him was a beautiful thing. Like, it was so well written. It was so good. And I love, you know, the Fallen Star died, and then she cried for the horrors he had been, and she cried for the wonders that he could have been instead. It's so heartbreaking. So overall, looking at the series as a whole, I think it would be a solid, like, 4-star rating. The first book is my favorite of the 3. I think also because the whole story is through Scarlet's perspective, and she's my favorite character, so I think that also helps. It's a really good series, and I love the circusy theme, the game theme. There wasn't a single character besides their dad, obviously, that I truly disliked. Like, I thought all of the characters were intriguing in their own way. I love Julian and Scarlet. They are my favorite couple of the book. They're so precious together and deserve the whole world, to be honest. Overall, I love the series. I would definitely reread the whole series again. Would highly recommend it. Obviously, if you've reached the end of this video, you've either read the series or I've just spoiled everything for you. But I did warn you. I did warn you. Loved getting to kind of read and react in real time as if my cameras, you guys are, you know, my book besties that I just, you know, when something happens and I need someone to talk to, you guys were there. I really enjoyed getting to do that. I don't think I did it as much as I would like to. I know I didn't really do it for the first book, and I did a little bit for the other two, but I love doing this. I enjoyed this. So I think I'll be reading more series. There are a bunch of series that I want to read this year. I think that was the very first video I posted on this channel. So I think as I am reading the series throughout the year, I'm going to be doing little videos like this. If you want to be here to see me read, you know, old series, new series, fantasy, romance, sci-fi, all of the above, make sure to subscribe so then you can be here for all that. Let me know down below your thoughts on Caraval. What was your rating for each book? What was your rating for the whole series? Who are your favorite characters? What are your overall thoughts? What are things you still have questions about or that you're like, ugh, about? I need to know. Let me know. Let me know. Thank you for joining me on this lovely adventure of reading the Caraval series. What a journey. Can't wait to read the next series with all of you. I'll see you then.